Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's great to see you. Well, not see you, but I mean, you can see me. So I am hot off the heels of my last video where I built this. This is my cheap, sexy, easy, no solder, no power tools, replacement Commodore 64 power supply. I'll put the link to the video up here. Check it out. However, the reason for this video is that today I received this. And I have a sneaking suspicion from the Pixel Wizard label that this is going to enable me to complete my refurbishment of my Commodore 64. This should be the new case. So let's crack it open and take a look. Exciting! Box cutter. Could I have opened it at a better place? It's like Christmas 1983 all over again. Yeah, delivery note, user guide. We've got mounting instructions, disassembly, and how to use the keyboard mounts, which I did order, and indeed, here they are. But now for the case itself. That is beautiful. The color looks even better in real life. And remember guys, this came out of the original C64C molds. So I'm touching a bit of history, but at the same time, a bit of 2017/18. Anything else in here? No. So this box now is ready for me. When I sell my Commodore 64C, this is ready for me to pack everything up, put it in the power supplies, stick it on eBay, which I will never be doing. Yeah, probably should have read the disassembly instructions, huh? So I heard some things about issues with plastic quality, the injection molding, kind of leaving little swirls and marks, because what happens is when they inject the molds, the plastic kind of flows into the mold, and then where it congeals you can get a line, but that line is barely noticeable here. You can see it. And then we've got this beautiful blue new style logo. This is going to bring our retro computer bang up to date. I kind of love things like that. I'm a fan of things like the Star Wars Special Edition because it takes something from your childhood and also updates it for a new audience and brings it into today. And then this is where the injection molding has come together. That really does not bother me. In fact, it's kind of nice. Well, got some screws, so let's get screwing. Hello, this is Jambita. Just kidding, it's not. It's Chris, aka Perifractic. So here is the Commodore 64 that I started refurbishing in the last episode. Let's take the lid off. I've already unscrewed the 6 screws underneath. Take out the LED. I've already unscrewed the main board. And we'll take out the keyboard connector. This is loose because I'm actually going to be converting this NTSC VIC-2 chip to PAL, and I'll show you that in another video, so make sure you subscribe. However, for now, we are going to be moving this into the new case, and that means that we need to remove the keyboard from this case. So say goodbye to this base. It may never be used again, but it served us well. Commence screwing montage. Okay. Release the Kraken. Okay, my friend. One problem we're going to run into is the LED in the new case is expecting a square LED, whereas this, of course, is not square. So I've ordered a new blue style LED. I'll send you the link below this video, which is going to be rectangular. But for now, we're just going to have to wait. So you, my friend, thank you for your service. Oh dear, right. Now, the keyboard's actually not in bad shape. If you have a look at the underneath the keys, there's a bit of dust, but I don't think we need to take all the keys off, risk damaging something and do anything unnecessary. So let's use some good old Ultra Duster, industrial strength, no CFCs, deplete the ozone layer, which, complete, it's hard to read. So let's just do this. Hold it about 2 inches away. Now I think next step is some alcohol. So we have a nice new brush here and our isopropyl alcohol. So we're just going to spray the keys. Should lock off. And then just really get in between all of those. Wipe that in there. And then we can actually use an isopropyl alcohol wipe to make life easy. It's finished. Oops. Just give this a nice wipe and clean while we're here. Lovely. Okay, now that's going to evaporate, but as you can see, there's barely a trace of dust underneath here now. Oh yeah. Well, what's next? This is exciting. I think we have to move on to the case. There she is. All right, let's get the main board in there. So, static discharge, and let's see how this works. So I guess in this case, just goes, in this case, pardon the pun, just goes like this. Oh, that's strange. I think we've made a silly mistake. Well, not we, I'm not going to blame you. I think I've made a silly mistake. I don't think this stays on. That was part of the case in the Commodore 64, whereas this is the Commodore 64C, and I've just realized the joystick ports are actually already cut out. So removing this, and yes indeed, I noticed that on the outside it's already labeled, so it doesn't need to be labeled again. So now we should be in better luck. Let's try this. Oh, beautiful. See, they fit through the holes. Of course, all this seems obvious in hindsight, but I was going to say they don't give you instructions for these things, but actually they did give me instructions. But hey, where's the fun of following the guide of a game and looking at all the cheats and hints when you can discover the adventure yourself? So, next on the adventure, screws. Now we do have these keyboard supports to consider. So here's our handy guidebook. Montage. We did the montage. Place shielding foil. No. Insert plug. No. None of that helps us. Okay. Not included. We know that. But where do they go, guys? They must be purchased separately. Okay. Got them. Purchased. Where do they go? Okay. Off to Google. Okay, well, this one is correct. And then according to Google, the other one does go underneath. But I'm going to have to investigate where. I think it wraps around one of the screw support pins. Like so. This one. Yeah, that's cool. That's great. I can live with that. So then this goes in here. So this, therefore, must go here. Yeah. All right. Screwing montage. Screwing completed. So let's try the keyboard, but this is feeling pretty nice. Take a look at the back while we can. Everything's labeled. This feels really nice. Solid, new. Yeah. So let's plug that in first. Just about fits. Now this should slot under there. Should be in the operative word. So maybe this ferrite ring is obstructing business. It's just getting the keyboard under this. There it is. Yeah, the ferrite ring was in the way a little bit further down still. You'd think Commodore would have pre-planned for all of this 35 years ago, wouldn't you? Oh well. There it is. I think that's it. Now we have some screw holes for our keyboard here. Put a lid on this project. That feels good. Pretty thing. Does it just snap closed? It does. Snap close. 2 screws. 3 screws. Beautiful. Return. Let's go plug it in. Well, there it is. And indeed, my other computer is a Commodore 64 that looks like this, but this now looks like that. I really couldn't be happier with the way this has turned out. The insides are gleaming bright, resprayed, refurbished. keyboard is clean and works as good as ever. I still have these original orange buttons from the earlier Commodore 64 builds that belong to my main board, but the whole thing's got a touch of 2017/18. Even that logo just stands out as being something a little special. If you like this video and want to see more like this, please like and subscribe. Please also share. And as always, I would appreciate any support or any tips you may feel an overwhelming urge to send my way by following the Patreon link below and above. Thank you again so much for watching. Till next time, cheerio.